So this has been like my 5th time making this video, and every time I just sort of ramble on a bit, and it's like, oh hey, you know what, Bailey, that video stopped after like 4 minutes, and I'm like, why? But anyway, so hi, it's Bailey on Sundays. So anyway, this week is all about coming out. It is about advice, about all that. And just before I start telling my coming out story, I want to let you guys know that I'll probably have my email in the little description bar at the bottom. Just so, because, you know what, sometimes if when, like, you have questions that you just need answered. Like, I know all the time. I have, like, something I'm like, I need to ask this. Well, you know what, just ask me. You respond to me. I probably won't respond right away, but I will check my email, and I'll be like, it doesn't matter how old you are, what's happened in your life, just, I'm here. So, anyway, my coming out story was last year. I went to this camp with my 2 friends, and we're still friends. We're not as close as we used to be, but we're still good friends. And so, actually just got back from hanging out with them. So that's why I'm like thinking, oh yeah, I'll start at point A, like before I even started coming out was, so they had this pool, and all the girls, they weren't like, oh, I want to go swimming, I want to just like refresh in this hot weather. No, they wanted to get their little bikinis on, and they had all like the sparkles that you couldn't get wet, and just for laying out, getting tan. And they're like, oh hey, Brad's checking me out. Who's Brad? Oh, you know, the tan one with the 6-pack and the blue eyes? Oh yeah, him. And so, and I'm just playing up that stereotype of, like, the girls. But, and so they're like, oh my gosh, he is so cute. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, and they were like, yeah, he is so cute. And I'm like, he's not cute, but she is. Hello. Obviously I didn't say that because I hadn't even come out yet. But, it was like, started realizing, you know what, boys, no. So, eventually I got a long-distance relationship, and it was like, I realized I had to kind of tell my parents, like, not like, oh, hey, Mommy, Mia, I have this new girlfriend, and we're gonna go out on it. No. It was more like, you know what, they deserve respect of knowing that, like, their daughter is queer. So, at first I was like, bye. Because I figured, you know, you hear all the stories about, like, kids getting kicked out and all that. And I didn't want that to happen. I was scared. And so I didn't want to buy. But I realized kind of before that, you know, like, I'm a lesbian. I like girls. Guys are for the boys. I'm for girls. So, I came out, and they thought it was a phase. And so they weren't thrilled, but they weren't like, what are you talking about? No, that came after, because eventually I, like, you know what, I'm gay. I like guys. I like girls, sorry. Anyway, so, okay, good, that didn't stop the video, I'm just trying to keep it going. So, anyway, so, I came out after a while saying, you know, I'm lesbian, I like girls. When I think of getting married, like, way in the future, I think of, like, a girl. Spending my life with a girl. Starting a family with a girl, if I want a family at that point in my life. So, anyway, I came out, and they were, like, I don't want to diss any Christian families, because my parents are awesome most of the time, and they're Christian, but, like, you hear the stereotypes. So they were, like, really, they're like, you shouldn't tell anybody, and you shouldn't be too open, and, you know, we're not really all that thrilled. And so I was just sort of, like, pushed on them, and I'm like, check out PFLAG, and do this, and read this site, and oh, here's the community center for Milwaukee. Well, after a while, it was just like, okay, we'll finally accept you, and they finally let me go to a thing. And I sort of realized, you know what, I'm not really totally female. Like, I'm biologically female, but it's not all, like, it's not really me all the time. And so I came out as a trans male, and I was Aaron, and I had the compression vest and the binding and all that. But my mom was really supportive. Like, she bought me an ace bandage, and she let me buy my compression vest. But she wasn't all that, like, thrilled. Like, she wasn't like, oh, sweetie, of course. I'd call you Aaron, and of course I'll call you a he, and I won't call, well, this is my daughter, this is she. When I came up to them as a trans male. And after a while, I just sort of realized, like, sometimes I like to be really flamboyant. I like to wear skirts and huge vests and all of that, which you've never seen me. Maybe one day I'll come in with my wig and everything. But, so anyway, it was like, I came out as that, and then I sort of realized I was more genderqueer. Like, I didn't really feel like a boy, I didn't really feel like a girl. So you can kind of understand how public bathrooms are sort of a hassle. So, anyway, for me rambling on for 6 minutes about my life story, which probably half of you won't even get through that. If you didn't stick through, here's a little tips of advice. There's so many ways you can come out. There's letters, I don't even know half the ways. If you Google it, there will be like 20 ways to come out to your parents that are probably better. Because, you know what? Let me see if I can actually find a picture. I'm going to keep talking. And that's sad. My music went off. Anyway, but there is so many things. Like, have all of you heard of Harvey Milk? He was brilliant. He was the first gay man to openly run for president. 1 second. I don't know if you can. Oh, what? No. Okay. Okay. This is probably not good for me to be doing this while I'm also talking to you. But this is how I am in real life. I multitask a lot. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Oh, you kind of can. It's backward. Oh, okay. This is a quote by Harvey Milk, and it's, burst down those closet doors once and for all and stand up and start to fight. Okay, so, Harvey Milk had this saying that, had this theory, which is really true, that if you come out, if every LGBTQIAP, there's so many letters in that thing, if we all came out, then everybody in the world would know at least one gay person. And then there would be so much less hate, because it's hard to hate somebody that you know. Like, if your best friend in the world came out to you and said, you know what, I'm gay, would you really hate them? No. You may not be open to it at once, but you would not hate them, because you love them, and you've made this relationship for years. So that was kind of his theory. But he also had this other saying, you should not everybody should come out all at once. You should come out when you're ready to come out. Like, if you all of a sudden realize, you know what, hey, she is hot, figure it out. Do a little soul searching first. Because, you know what, you don't want to jump into something too soon. Because there is a whole bunch of hate out there. But there's also a whole bunch of love. So, also, if you first come out and there's some people who say things to you, it's not that there's, some of them are scared, but some of them are just ignorant, and they aren't ready to realize that not everybody out there is straight. Not everybody's ready to settle down with the wife and the kids and the suburban home. Like, so many people more have modernized, and there's so much more acceptance out there. It's just, even with people who I never thought would accept me, they're out there, and they're like, oh, you're gay? My uncle's gay, or my best friend in the world is gay. And so, with all these new generations coming in and all of this more acceptance, things are getting so much better. It's like, you can come out, and people won't be, oh, so you're the queer one. You're not the one with the brown hair. You're not the one with the weird style. Like, oh, so you're the gay one. Or, honey, they're gay. I don't know if you should really be hanging out. But no, there's some people out there. But with these new generations coming in, there's more acceptance. So, my advice is, just, some people out there, they can be like, you know what, people are gonna be like, faggot, and they can be like, breeder, and they can just be like, back, and they don't care what people say. But then there's some people who are like, you know what, that really hurt, And it hurts to be hated against for something that's so beautiful as love. And so I want you to know that 1 in every 10 people, so 1 out of this is LGBTQIA. And there's just, I even forgot P in there, there's pansexuals too! Oh my gosh, but there's just so much love. And it's like, when you come out, whenever you're ready, there's no pressure for you to come out. It's exactly when you're ready to come out. Some people really struggle, they just can't accept that they're gay. And you know what, we have to love them. We have to love everybody. Because it's like, even the people who we hate, don't be mad at them. Of course, the initial reaction is, they just called me that, and it's just terrible. I've been called things before. It's awful. Even, it's worse when people say it behind your back and not even to your face. But don't hate them. Pity them. Because they can't grow up and come with the new age. And so, that's kind of my little bit of advice, a little bit of a rant. So, I hope you guys gained something from that. Bye!